Although I haven't been in the YouTube game for a while, I know exactly what you need to get started. An advantage of me being so new to YouTube is that I actually have a fresh perspective on what you need and, more importantly, what you don't need to get started. I'm going to be breaking this video into two sections. The first section is going to be about things that you need to think about and plan prior to starting so that you have a game plan on how to execute. And the second portion of this video is going to be how you're actually going to execute it. And I'll put timestamps on either side so that you can fast forward at any time. So with all that said, let's get into it. So like I said, this is going to be the planning section. My first chapter of this, is a niche really necessary? This is what prevented me from starting for so long. It literally took me 3 years to start a YouTube channel because I was so hung up on whether or not I should be niching, what my niche should be. And you might be thinking, listen, I'm a multifaceted person. I have lots of hobbies, I have lots of passions. I don't know what I want to make my videos about, which is a great problem to have, really. Or maybe you're the complete opposite. Maybe you have no idea what to make videos about. My advice is actually just don't think about it too much. Just get started on making videos that you actually want to make. Either two things are going to happen. Eventually, your subscribers are going to be asking you to make particular videos, or you're going to just realize what videos you actually enjoy making. Trust the process. Listen, I mean this in the nicest way possible, but nobody is going to be watching your videos, which is all the more reason to just start doing it and get used to just talking to the camera. This is the perfect time for trial and error. This is the time to start learning how to talk to the camera, get comfortable in front of it, start learning the editing process. This is when you really just want to focus on putting the reps in. So I watched Ali Abdal's How to Start a YouTube Channel on Skillshare, and I'm actually implementing his method into my YouTube channel. He had said that first you want to just start putting in 100 videos, and from there you'll make a big decision. But first, just make the 100 videos. Learn what it takes to actually talk to a camera, get comfortable doing it, start editing, making thumbnails. There's so much that comes into doing just one YouTube video. And who knows, you might not like it. You might upload your first video and think, wow, this really sucks. I gave it a shot, I don't want to do it. Or you'll be like me and realize that you fell in love with it and really enjoy the editing process. The thing is, you won't know until you try. Just start making as many videos as you can and don't stress about having a niche just yet. I would much rather you just start making tons of videos, kind of scattered all about, rather than you trying to focus in and having analysis paralysis on what your niche should be, because that held me back by 3 years. And I don't want that for you. Just a side note, I'm really sorry about the audio. I just realized that my mic was being very annoying. And if I wasn't able to correct it in post-editing, then this will be added. So all in all, don't worry about niching, because honestly, if you look at a lot of the popular YouTubers at the start of their journey, they were doing something entirely different from what they're doing right now. So don't sweat it, you're fine. So the second thing you're gonna need when you're starting your YouTube channel is to actually have a Google account. And this is kind of self-explanatory, so I'm not gonna be spending too much time on this, but get a Google account. Then after that, you'll go to youtube.com, hit create a channel, and that's it. That's the tip. This is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just going to start moving on to the next one. And this is a little redundant, but third tip for you to plan out starting your YouTube channel would be to start posting content. And I recommend uploading at least once per week, start getting it on a regular schedule, and start holding yourself accountable. Start holding yourself accountable to doing just one upload a week. Because when you're first starting, and I'm still like in my first starting stages, you're just trying to systematize what is needed to make a video. You're learning a lot of new things. It's going to take some time. And with every upload that you have, try to find your weaknesses. Maybe start asking yourself, is there anything that I could have done to improve the quality, to improve my content, to storytell better, organize things better, sound more articulate? There is so much that goes into it, and it can be a little overwhelming at first. But trust me, every YouTuber starts somewhere. Once you feel comfortable uploading once a week, maybe you could try doing 2 a week. The thing is, when you're uploading more than once a week, make sure your quality is never going down. That's when you should stop. When your quality goes down with the increase in the frequency of your uploads, you're so much better just doing one really good video than having 2 meh ones a week or 2 mediocre ones a week. You really got to make sure to maintain your quality, which leads me into my point of having either quantity or quality. And I think that it's important to try to post as much as you can without losing any of the quality. And if you post more quality videos every single time you're uploading, even if it is just once a week, and you are learning more skills each time, you're identifying your weaknesses and what things you need to work on, I don't see how you could possibly set yourself up for anything other than success. Oh, I'm fine. I'm definitely fighting something. We just had an ice storm yesterday and there's so many power outages, and I am praying that we do not get a power outage right now. Good old Michigan. And when you're in the planning aspect of starting your YouTube channel, you really have a big decision to make. Whether you want to do this as a hobby, if you want to do it just for fun, as a hobby, if you want to do it for your business as a form of lead generation, or selling a product of some sort, or selling a service, or you could do it for being a content creator or an influencer. This is an important question to ask because there's a lot of different questions that you need to be addressing as to how you're going to be presenting yourself and what direction you want your channel to go. Because it's really important to have that image in your head so that you're putting out nice quality content and knowing which direction you want to go with it. And it's important when you're looking at the analytics for the channel. For instance, if you're just doing it for fun or as a hobby, those questions are going to be so different from the ones that you're going to be asking yourself if you're doing this as a form of making sales as a business, or if you're doing it to be a content creator. And if you're interested in those types of questions that you need to be asking yourself in order for you to get started on your journey, leave a comment down below and I will definitely make a video on that if you find that interesting. And it's not 100% necessary to have it all figured out, but I think it's really important to at least ask yourself those questions so that you know or have a general idea of where you're going and what your end goals are with your content and with your channel. Am I actually setting this up properly on the first try? Who is she? The second thing you'll need is a graphic editing software. And you will be using this for so many things like your banner on your channel art, your thumbnails, and your profile photo. And don't at me because I know that mine's not the best. We're working on it, okay? We're working on it. What I use is Canva, and it's free. I love it. I have used Canva for every single one of my thumbnails, and it is just super user-friendly. And they do have a Canva Pro version. I don't know how much that is. I literally have been getting by with just the free version, and I couldn't recommend it more. The third thing that you're gonna need is going to be a microphone. Although it's not necessarily needed, I highly recommend you purchasing something rather than nothing. The one that I use is only $25, and although it's not the best and it tends to be the bane of my existence at times, it's better than nothing for sure, because trust me, I've had it die before and it does make a difference. And this also does depend on what exactly you're going to be YouTubing about. For instance, if you're going to be a streamer or somebody who's going to be outside a lot, I would recommend investing in a better piece of audio equipment rather than just this. But honestly, the $25 one will do just fine in most cases. But I'm gonna be honest, the next thing that I invest in is either gonna be a camera or a better microphone, because this thing's driving me crazy. But if you're gonna invest in anything right off of the bat, I would say that this is definitely essential and worth it. And it's pretty inexpensive. And the next thing that you're gonna need when starting your YouTube channel, I'm literally losing my voice by the minute, it's fine. We're gonna get through this, is to keep learning skills and improving on them and trying something new with every upload. Try experimenting and learning new things, learning new skills, new graphics, sounds. There's so many fun things that you can do to spice up your channel. And if Skillshare was a sponsor for this video, this is where I'd insert my ad. Skillshare has been so helpful with me starting my YouTube journey, and it has helped me learn a lot about my editing software that I use, making things easier for me, even exporting my files onto YouTube. It's just been so helpful for a creative like me, and it could be helpful for you too, not only with video editing and starting a YouTube channel, but helping you with thumbnails or even creating resin art. I recommend starting out watching Ali Abdal's How to Start a YouTube Channel course. That has been very helpful for me. And if I had an affiliate code, this is where I'd insert it. Now back to what I was saying. Your sixth thing that you'll need is an editing software. This is something that I mentioned with my sponsor. You can go many different ways with this, and honestly, it's a very personal decision that you can choose for yourself. I personally use Premiere Pro. I have the Adobe Creative Cloud, and I absolutely love it. I will never go back to not using that. I'm a lifelong user. I'm a lifelong user. I'm dead. Oh, it's so embarrassing. Anyways, it varies a lot on what you have access to, what you have a preconceived appeal to, but like I have a Mac and I started using iMovie. It's user-friendly, it's great, free too, most importantly. I'm not sure what PC users have access to, but I will leave a useful website that I found that might help you to make your decision a little easier or might help you on your research. But yes, Skillshare actually helped me a lot when it came to learning about my Premiere Pro. And I was a complete beginner. I had nowhere, I'm a millennial, so like I know a little bit about, some stuff, but it was definitely a complete noob when it came to Premiere Pro, and it was just amazing. Linked with Skillshare, I was unstoppable, and I definitely know a decent amount, I'd say. The last thing that you're gonna need is to start getting comfortable in front of the camera and talking to it. Maybe to make it easier for you, you can start using voice messages instead of just writing out your texts, or you can start sending videos of yourself on Snapchat or Instagram, or start making stories of yourself and listening back to them. Honestly, it is so true. Like, this comes with time. And I think that this is my 5th video that I'm making, and honestly, it doesn't even bother me anymore. And honestly, I do struggle with feeling comfortable in front of the camera sometimes. I do a couple warm-up exercises to help me like get in the flow of it. Sometimes I get worried that others will hear me because I don't live alone, but honestly, it all comes in time. I know that I will develop that comfort level eventually. That actually concludes this video. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. If you could please do me a favor and drop a comment down below, leave something for me to read. I will respond to every single comment. But while you're down there, please consider subscribing because I do drop videos every single week. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for doing that. And I will see you next time and talk to you very soon.